Hi. Hello, friends. Hello, Happy New Year. I know you haven't seen me this year, so Happy New Year. How are you doing? If this is your first time watching me, hi. Hello, I'm so honored. My name is Fisayo Gracie Abby. On this channel, I film videos around my journey, my creative interests, and my experiences. Today, I'm doing a little chit chat, life update video. I just want to talk to you about where I've been, life after graduation, and things I look forward to doing on this channel this year. And I hope you stay with me. Okay, so first I want to talk about my thought process coming on YouTube. Honestly, I have so many reasons for being on this platform. One thing about me, I always find my whys, right? I write them down, like, okay, why do I want to do this? So I don't get discouraged along the line. And one very personal reason for me was because I wanted to be able to track my progress with eloquence. And what does this mean? I have not always been the person who will warm up to opportunities to speak publicly. I've not always been that person. I want to be able to speak for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes without rambling or mixing my words together. So that's very personal to me. You may not be able to tell because, of course, I do all of the editing and finishing, right? And I also know that I wouldn't look like this like 5 years' time. I didn't look like this 5 years ago. So I want to be able to track, my physical appearance. I want to be able to look down and say, oh, this is how I used to look like. I want to see how my content develops in terms of like wisdom and delivery, right? I want to see how I'm making progress with that. I basically just want to share my experiences and, connect with more people that vibe with me. So interestingly, I started out when I was a student, so it only made sense to share my knowledge about like school, the admission process, how I got scholarships, all those fancy things. And I saw that a lot of people really there was actually a gap in that industry, especially for MBAs, because they're not. I actually didn't see any African MBA person who had shared a lot of content around things. So I felt the need to like share my own perspective, my own thoughts on like the admission process. And I think I've been able to so far put in content for every single stage of the application process. So if you're on this part, do well to actually check out those videos and help yourself. Like I said in my first video, the category of my channel is lifestyle. My life is my niche, essentially. Like everything that comes out of my life is my niche. Every expression, right? So today I can come and say, oh, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Anything that literally comes out of my life is my niche. That's my idea right now. Later in the future, I can double down to something and stick to it. But right now, I'm happy to freestyle like I'm doing, right? Everything that I find important and needful that it's going to be valuable to somebody who's watching, I'll definitely share on my platform. And it's so funny how when I said I was going to do lifestyle content, I'm sure that my angels were looking at me and they were chuckling. They were chuckling because they know that it's going to take a lot of comfort, like comfort. You need to get to a level of being comfortable to be able to share some things. And I don't know why I shared my day in the live video and I myself couldn't go back to watch the videos. I was cringing. Why? Like I'm like, why do they have to see me lay in my bed? It's so funny, but it's true. Like I legit go to the videos and I will skip some parts because I can't watch it. I'm cringing. Why? Why? I think I belong to the group of people. Like there are some people who, when they just share things, not too private things, honestly, just regular random stuff that people would share, but they will share it and then they'll be embarrassed. So I've had to give myself, some I have had to pace myself. I actually have massive respect for YouTubers who come out here who are treading carefully along the fine lines of sharing to inspire people and oversharing on their personal lives. Like the line is very thin, but people do it so well. People do it so gracefully. And this is not to scare anyone who is thinking of starting up a YouTube channel. In fact, if YouTube has been on your mind, absolutely, this is your cue. This is your sign to go for it. It's a world of opportunities and you will never know until you join us, right? Imagine if like the story of Jesus in the Bible, imagine if we didn't read the accounts of John, of Matthew, of Luke. Like if these people didn't actually write down like Jesus did this, Jesus did that, how would we know? What would we read from? What would we reference? Nothing, really. So it's the fact that people are documenting things, or we're benefiting so much from the experiences of other people that have been documented. And I'm not saying that you should share everything publicly, obviously not. Like, your life is a movie, your own life is a movie, and you're the star of that movie. You don't want to look back and wonder, like, how come I've not lived such a remarkable life? You have. You have done remarkable things with your life, but you've just not been taking notes of them. You've just not been recording them either by videos or by pictures, or writing them down, journaling them. And of course, you don't have to share this publicly, of course. Like, best believe the people on YouTube who are like sharing their lives and all of that, aka me, are not sharing the most intricate things, right? They're just sharing things that are useful and basic, right, for people. So absolutely, please document your life. Please document your life. I'm all for documenting. Document your stories, your wins. Like, your testimony is a prophecy to yourself. Like, the things that you have done in the past, they are cues to let you know that you can accomplish greater things in front of you. Just if you look back at your previous victories and see where you have brought yourself out from, you see how God has brought you from one level to the other. So, but if you don't write it down, if you're not mindful of it, the human mind most likely thinks of negative things than positive things. So if you're not taking conscious efforts to write down things, you may forget. I hope I've been able to convince you, right, to document the events of your life in one way or the other. So as much as I am multifaceted, right, doing different things, I'm sharing different experiences, I also want to meet your needs, right? I want to meet the needs of the many people following me. And so I really want to hear from you, like, what do you want to see me share this year? I know people have followed me on here on YouTube for different reasons. Those who are going to school, those who are just moving, transitioning, people who just saw my lifestyle content and said, "Oh, nice vlogs." I know people have followed me for different things, but I want to continue to meet the needs of people. And so please, in the comment section, absolutely ask me any questions you have, or tell me what things you want me to share more about this year. I'm more than willing, more than open to share with you. So please engage with me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your questions, and let me hear from you essentially. And I'm so grateful for everyone who has helped me in the past year, who has supported me, shared my videos, liked, commented, subscribed. I'm so grateful. I'm super grateful for you. Thank you so much. All right, so moving on to the next part of this video, which is my actual apartment search process and procedure. A bit of background: my school was in Arizona. I moved to the US in 2020 for school, if you've been following my journey. And my school was in Arizona. I graduated in May of 2022. And I was still in Arizona for like a couple of weeks. My friends took me in, God bless you, MJ and Rume. And after which I moved down to Southern California. I was looking to get a place in the greater Los Angeles area. If you're not too familiar with the LA area, it's a very big place. Like, California is very big. So in the greater Los Angeles, area, there's Ventura County, there's Orange County, there is the LA, the city itself, there is San Bernardino, and there's Riverside. So I'm somewhere in the middle of that. I moved somewhere in the middle of that, and it's been an interesting time. This is actually the first time that I'm living by myself. This is the first time I moved out of my parents' house, like when I was 23, I think. Yeah. And every time I've moved, moved with somebody. I moved in with roommates, friends. But this time I'm actually living by myself, and it's been a fantastic ride. Like, it's been good. I've liked it so far. I like the area. Everybody knows California is expensive, so I don't need to talk about that. Yeah, but it's been good. This was the first time I was moving to an area where I didn't know anyone. When I moved here, I moved to Arizona, and it was a student community, it was a student area. So the two places I lived, they were literally handed up down to me from current students. So I didn't really have to do much. But moving out here to Southern California, I engaged with a relocation specialist, and they helped with the process. However, the apartment that I actually got, I didn't even get it from, like, I didn't get it from the relocation specialist at all. As I started to settle in here, I started to also feel like I was not going to be here for long. And that was interesting and weird to me at the same time because everywhere else that I moved, I never move in knowing that I'm not going to be here for long. I move in, start living, and then maybe something happens and then I get to leave. But this one, I move in and um, it started dawning on me that I will not be here for long. And so somehow that affected my thought process with furnishing, with decorating. I stalled for a long time. For almost 4 months, I was sleeping on an airbed. Honestly, I was like, are we going to spend any money, furnishing this place or no? Are we going to? And then one day in December, I woke up and I'm like, okay, regardless of how long I'm going to be here for, I'm going to decorate it and make it look nice. And I'm going to be showing you the process. I took videos. It's still not done, obviously. Like, I'm looking at boxes around me right now. I still have a lot of boxes of stuff that I bought that I haven't unboxed, right? So I'll be going through the process. Please don't expect any finished house tours yet. So when I was doing my apartment searching, there were a couple of things that I had top of mind. One was okay, in no particular order, honestly, so you don't roast me. But I wanted a place that had a functional gym. Not like I'm a gym rat or anything, but I just wanted somewhere that had a gym. So just any day that I'm feeling inspired and I want to go work out, it's available for me. Second thing was massive sunlight. It was important for me to get somewhere that had like windows, doors that had massive sunlight just because I shoot videos on YouTube, right? So I needed that massive influx of light into my apartment. Next thing I was looking for a fully fitted kitchen. That's one with the dishwasher, with the gas stove, with cabinets, with white countertops. I mean, white girl, if you not noticed, it has not always been like that for me, but yeah, I love like white decor and white things. So also wanted a place that had the e-unit washer and dryer. I didn't want to have to be going to like a community spot or going somewhere to do my laundry. Then I was looking for somewhere with between like 15 to 25 minutes closeness to the airport. This year I want to travel a lot, so I don't want to be traveling to the airport before I travel out. You get me? Now I wanted somewhere with like good views, outside views. I wanted to be able to take a walk in my balcony and feel inspired, either with nature or like buildings around. I just wanted somewhere with views. Then next thing, I wanted a place that was spacious. I don't have too many things, but I like space. Like I literally like space. So I don't want to feel like I'm choked in a particular spot. So it was important for me to get decent space. Next thing, I wanted a place with designated parking. I don't have a car yet, but just in the future, I wanted a place that at least had accommodation for parking arrangement. I was looking to get in a gated community, although it wasn't top priority for me, but it was nice because I was moving to a new place. I haven't lived in this area before. I don't know about the safety of the area. So I was just looking for somewhere that had like a gated community. And then finally, I was looking for a nice and quiet place. If I'm home, I want to be sure that I'm not hearing like noise and everything, just so that when I'm shooting videos, like there's not so much interruption from the outside world. So those are the things that I was kind of looking out for, and I was glad that I was able to get the things that I wanted. All right, we've come to the end of this life update video. I'm so glad that you're here watching me. I'm so excited. Like I said before, please ask me any questions that you have. If you want me to share about more things, please write it down in the comment. The next set of videos I'll be sharing the apartment tour videos and the empty apartment tour, like apartment search and empty apartment tour videos. So please look out for it and engage with me in the comment section. Till next time, thank you so much. Bye.